At Capella University, you can learn at your own pace with our FlexPath learning format. Take 1 or 2 courses at a time and complete as many as you can in a 12-week billing session. With FlexPath, you can even finish the bachelor's degree you started in 22 months for $20,000. A different future is closer than you think with Capella University. Learn more at capella.edu. Fastest 25% of students. Cost varies by pace, transfer credits, and other factors. Fees apply.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/Spotify.
This is Optimal Work Daily. What tech companies can learn from Rehab by Max Ogles of nearandfar.com. Last year, the Huffington Post published some fascinating statistics about the U.S. prison population. The headline for the article blared, "America has more prisoners than high school teachers." It's no secret that the United States has a high rate of incarceration, not to mention a recidivism rate of nearly 60% for serious criminals. These stark facts put into perspective the incredible work of the Delancey Street Foundation, a drug and rehabilitation center based in San Francisco. Delancey Street accepts the most hardened criminals and drug addicts. Most have multiple felony convictions. But despite the difficulty associated with overcoming a criminal past, over 14,000 Delancey residents have returned to society as productive citizens. Perhaps Delancey's most impressive accomplishment is the fact that over 90% of its graduates never return to prison. I first learned about Delancey Street when I read the book Influencer. The book details the rehabilitation process used at the facility. After reading about Delancey Street, I asked the same question most people ask when they hear about Delancey Street's incredible success. How do they do it? The authors of Influencer answer this question by describing the process of teaching new behaviors to those admitted to the program. The more I thought about Delancey Street, the more I began to connect how some of the world's most successful technology companies utilize similar principles in the design of their products. The strategies Delancey Street uses to help ex-convicts overcome bad habits can be applied to technology products intended to help users learn new, beneficial behaviors. Since most of us don't work with hardened criminals and addicts, let's take a look at how we can use the behavior change principles from Delancey Street to create better products. It's about us. When people arrive at Delancey Street, they're looking for help. They've realized they can't overcome their drug habits or tendencies towards crime on their own. In a similar way, new users show up to your product hoping it will solve a problem. And though it may sound counterintuitive, it is important to give users a responsibility when they arrive. Ask them to complete a task that teaches them the importance of your product and how it can help them connect to something larger than themselves. Shortly after entering the Delancey Street program, each new resident receives a small assignment, such as learning how to set the table at the foundation-run restaurant. The revenue from the restaurant helps fund the program, and after just a few days of doing this small job, residents receive an additional responsibility, for example, training the newest incoming residents. At this year's Habit Summit, Josh Ellman, an early product manager at Twitter, stressed the importance of the onboarding process to technology companies. Quote, "It's your moment to take as much time as you possibly can from this user to train them on what's important in your product," Ellman said. Twitter's onboarding process is able to assign users small tasks that teach them why the service is valuable to them. Namely, it connects them to other people in a valuable new way. Just like at Delancey Street, Twitter teaches new users that the product isn't just about them, it's about others. Easy steps to success. In applying the principle of starting with small tasks, it is important to guarantee success. The job must be easy enough that any user can accomplish it quickly. Delancey Street is careful to give residents tasks that they can handle at every step of the program. A great example of guaranteeing success online can be found in the registration process used by a social media tool called Buffer. The service's first goal is getting people to sign up, but that action alone isn't enough unless users ultimately share content. Buffer realizes that a key behavior for new users is to schedule content. They also realize finding new content, deciding to share it, and scheduling it can be inconvenient, especially if a user is learning how Buffer works for the first time. To ensure users share a post and realize the full benefit of the product, Buffer hands them high-quality curated articles. By offering up good content for users to immediately share, Buffer guarantees anyone can be successful using their technology. All the user has to do is hit schedule. Making a contributor. Just a few days after Delancey Street residents check into the facility, they're given responsibility to oversee other residents. In this way, Delancey Street is able to keep their newest residents accountable and teach other residents new responsibilities. This principle manifests in technology products when companies help consumers become contributors. Many companies depend upon user-generated content to keep their online communities engaged. Pinterest, for example, relies upon users pinning and repinning interesting images from the web. Tumblr needs users to post content they find to their own Tumblr log. Instagram needs users to find and filter fantastic images to provide content for other users' photo feeds. These products succeed by teaching users what is most important about their services and simplifying the steps to participate in making something other people value. Each of these services turns content consumers into content contributors. Using principles from the Delancey Street Foundation, which is one of the most successful behavior change programs in the world, tech entrepreneurs can help users live better. By giving people a way to connect with others, providing simple tasks to make them successful, and enabling them to contribute towards a shared purpose, services can sustain ways to benefit the individual as well as the community. You just listened to the post titled, What Tech Companies Can Learn from Rehab by Max Ogles of nearandfar.com.
Running a business comes with a lot of what-ifs, but luckily there's a simple answer to them. Shopify. It's the commerce platform behind millions of businesses, including Thrive Cosmetics and Momofuku, and it'll help you with everything you need. From website design and marketing to boosting sales and expanding operations, Shopify can get the job done and make your dream a reality. Turn those what-ifs into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Your gut affects everything, even your mood. So Ollie created 2 brand new products to take care of your insides. Ollie Big 10 Probiotic has 10 strains of probiotics, their most ever, to support a healthy gut microbiome, immune system, and stress response. And Ollie Super Good Superfoods delivers 15 superfoods in tasty gummy form. Find them at ollie.com and exclusively at Walmart.
Ollie!
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Thank you to Near for giving us permission to narrate his work as well as the work of his guest writers, like today's guest, Max. Max is an editor for nearandfar.com and also heads marketing for coachalba.com, which is a mobile health startup. You can find his blog at maxogles.com. That's maxogles.com. And as for Near, you can get a download of his bonus 80-page workbook full of exercises and activities to help you become indistractable. That is the name of his book that is also, by the way, worth checking out. It's all about controlling your attention and choosing your life. So for that, come by nearandfar.com, and Near is spelled N-I-R. All right, that is going to do it for today. I hope you have a great one, and I will be back here reading to you tomorrow in the Wednesday show. So I'll see you there, where your optimal life awaits.